Welcome, RBTV sports fans. This is RBTV, your official home to Riverside Brookfield basketball. I'm Casey Vlega alongside Matt Angio and Anthony Randolph, live in the Dudley Gymnasium in Riverside, Illinois, for this non-conference matchup between the 11-7 Chicago Christian Vikings and your Riverside Brookfield Bulldogs. The Bulldogs coming in this game with a record of 8-8 after a heartbreaking 69-65 loss to their conference rival, Glenbard South. Guys, how do you think the Bulldogs can pull it off and come back to get above 500?
Yeah, well, it's never easy losing to your conference rival, and you can tell just by the score at the end of the regulation that both teams went at it defensively and offensively, and nobody gave up. But most likely, the Bulldogs now know that tonight is the night to get in 500%, just to get them even with wins and losses, but just like most professional teams. Anthony?
Well, we're looking at a team, the Chicago Christian Knights are 10-7 and the Bulldogs are 8-8, so they're pretty similar in record. This is a team that we can't take funny. We have to take them seriously. I think it's going to be a close game, and I think that Chicago Christian High School will be an aggressive opponent, and we're going to have to grind this one out. And hopefully Jalen Clanton will return back after a 30-point performance last game versus Glenbard South. So I want to see a big game out of him. I want to see him score and lead this team to a victory.
Yeah, something to look at. Jalen Clanton had 4 turnovers last game, but height can be a key factor this game. The Bulldogs' tallest man, Jalen Brooks, stands 6'4", and the Knights, they have a 6'5" center. They have a few guys who stand 6'4", and then primarily the team's above 6 foot, and that is not the same for the RB Bulldogs.
Yeah, Casey, pretty much at the point guard position, you can expect at least, around the average 3 or 4 turnovers a game. And that's normal.
And we have tipped off here.
That's number 8. That's number 0 with the ball. That's Malik Parker. Number 10, that's Frank Johnson with the ball. He's dribbling, covered by Clandon. Cecinas covers number 24 to 11. Back to Frank Johnson. Johnson to Parker. And Parker, that's good from downtown. Quick 3 by Parker. He's 1 for 1.
Very nice shot at the top of the key.
That's A.J. Mindel. He's a junior. Cecinas to Brooks. Zach Vi, the sophomore, at the top of the key. Mindel looking. Zach Vi, he's a good player. If he goes to the line, he's 17 at 18 from the free throw line. Brooks shooting a 3.
Whoa, never see that.
But Cecinas, a quick rebound. You don't see a Jalen Brooks 3-point attempt very often. Cecinas, Jalen Clanton, a deep shot, and that's a splash. Cash money, Jalen Clanton.
He's shooting 42% on the season, so I'm not surprised to see a shot made by Clanton like that.
Yeah, Clanton from 3-point, it's almost, if you give him room, he's going to take the shot. 10, wide open again. That is a little overdone by 10. Out of bounds.
And there's you can tell not much of a height difference between these two teams. Jalen Brooks, going against 24 for Chicago Christian.
Yeah, there's Clandon to Mindel. And guys, you seeing any surprise on that Jalen Brooks shot attempt?
Yeah, I believe Jalen Brooks doesn't shoot that many threes. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure he's 0%. Isn't that correct?
Hey, they're right there, though. A quick layup by Brooks. And looking at the stat sheet, I really don't think Jalen Brooks has over 5 threes taken yet. He's 0 for 1 on threes. Ooh, beautiful. Just Malik Parker. He looks like the player to watch for these Knights.
And there's Vi over in the corner. And he's going to pass over to Cecinas. And
Cecinas, he a great hot start at 3-pointers at the beginning of the year. Slowed down his percentage just under 34 right now.
Yeah, guys, and that, you guys were talking about Jalen Brooks. I believe that you can use a 0% from the 3-point field goal line as an advantage. You can easily trick the defense, break them down, make them think that you're going to shoot 3 on every rundown.
Now, usually the reason he plays only 0 for 1 is I think there was a foul on the Knights there. I think that's mostly because Jalen is mostly in the post all the time. He's the big man on the team, and that, as we saw previously, he can shoot 3s, but he's in the post all the time.
And now Zach Vi, the sophomore, dribbling down the court, handoff to Jalen Clanton. Ooh, Clanton.
And it's a jump ball.
Oh, Jalen Clanton avoids a turnover there.
Yes, could have been First turnover of the game.
But Clanton, if you look at it, he has a
2.43 turnover average.
37 steals though. So, but 39 turnovers on the year in 16 games.
And that's a team high 2.3 steals per game for Clanton, as it looks like number.
And but if the Bulldogs want to win, Jalen Brooks, he's got 40 turnovers on the year, averaging almost 2.5 or over 2.5 turnovers per game.
We take it to Vaya up top, and he's going to dribble and pass it to Cecinas in the corner, and that's his sweet spot right there.
Cecinas 0 for 2 on threes today. You know, last game that we broadcast, Cecinas was 2 for 10 on threes. So if he doesn't get hot quick, he's going to have to slow down. AJ Mindel. Clanton drives in.
Oh, nice Kobe
wonderful
Bryant shot.
And I think Cecinas, he shoots a lot of threes, and as a matter of fact, he's a 34 three-point percentage shooter. So I don't think he's doing a little poorly there. I think he needs to work on his mid-range game a little more, because I feel like he could really be deadly in that paint area.
Clanton deep again.
Wow.
Perfect again. Clanton 3 for 3 on shots tonight. He's got 8 points.
Check that out, Mr. Clanton.
Cash money 10-7 right now. Home Bulldogs with the lead. Number 11, that's Jack Elson. Back to number 10, Frank Johnson and Malik Parker seem to be the stars of this team. Malik already with 5 points. He's 2 for 2 on shots.
Yeah, and we were talking about free throw attempts earlier. Zach Via, like you said, 17 for 18, but you got to look at Jalen Brooks, the big guy, going at about 71% on the free throw line, which is
That's very good for a big man.
exactly.
And there's a rebound by Jalen, and that's going to call, I think they're going to be a foul going the other way.
Not that many rebounds by the Bulldogs. Have you seen? They've had at least 4 drives right now. 2 rebounds entirely.
And here's Clanton bringing up the ball.
I wouldn't expect Clanton to get double teamed sooner or later. Via Cecinas doesn't take the shot. Thought he would have taken it. He's 0 for 3 right now, though. Brooks driving in. Big man. Ooh.
That was a tough shot.
Shot got blocked. We
Yeah.
have 3:51 left in the first quarter to play. The 6th man's here. Wearing all blue, no sleeves. Cecinas to Clanton. Clanton. He's covered by Parker. Via to Cecinas. A deep 3, and that's going to be short. Cecinas is 0 for 3 now. He was 0 for 2 earlier, now 0 for 3.
Well,
Ooh, wide open Parker. And Parker, 3 for 3, got 8 points. And him and Jalen Clanton have matched each other perfectly. 2 3-pointers and a 2. Both hit at 8 points.
Malik Parker, 6 foot, 165-pound guard. He's a senior, and I think he's the captain of this team. He seems to have a dominant leadership in that team.
Mindel, rebound by Zach Via, not the biggest guy on the team either, Via. And Clanton, he misses his first, but Brooks will rebound.
very nice rebound.
He's
And the
muscling
Bulldogs are
there.
going to get the ball back.
Nice.
Nice play by Brooks. He really muscled himself in there, and he's a smaller guy on the floor, 6'4", like you guys said. So he needs to be really strong. He's really good at getting up in the opponent's face.
And you can easily tell that Cecinas is just trying to find that spark and get him going.
Ooh.
But 0 for 3.
Now, Matt, I'm going to ask you, do you think it's going to be the Malik Parker, Jalen Clanton shootout game?
Yes. As of right now, it looks like those two are just going to be going at it. You know, it's like Kobe and LeBron or LeBron and Kevin Durant.
Ooh, a foul there, and
Very
one.
nice take, yes.
And here we go. Big man's going to shoot a free throw, 71% from the line.
Which is very average for his height.
It is the worst on the team of any of the starters. Brooks shooting the and one. This would give the Bulldogs a 3-point lead.
2:46 remaining in the game.
He's short.
He will miss it.
That will make him 55 for 78 of the season.
And guys, just looking at the court, Frank Johnson's 5'8", but he is a good, quick basketball player. He's covered by Jalen Clanton, who stands around 6'2". Ooh, there's a shot, but a rebound. Johnson's 5'8", got the rebound, just like Zach Via.
And for some reason, the Knights just do not move on offense. They have just been stagnant as Malik Parker takes a shot there, and Mayberry, he's
Very
cut
easy
short.
layup.
Oh, but he,
That's Josh Decker, excuse me, number 24.
Josh Decker, that was a gimme shot. He's the tallest man on both teams. Stands 6'5", and he just missed that shot.
Yeah, Josh Decker kind of looking like Kristaps Porzingis, shooting threes, getting rebounds, and putting them back.
And there's Parker at the elbow, and it's short again, rebounded by Clanton. And he's going to push it up the floor, and he's going to go right down the middle and takes it right to the hoop, but no good as Decker would take it back. And here's Johnson. Ooh,
Very
hard
nice pass.
Clanton, 5 shots already.
That one was Jack Ellison for the Knights, making it a 12-12 game. Here's Via point guard. Clanton will take another shot.
That's off.
Oh,
And Clanton just keeps shooting. He has shot 6 shots tonight. He's 50% shooting.
He's doing a little bit of heat check, it seemed like.
This is looking to be an average scoring game. The Bulldogs averaging around 50 to 60 points per game.
68 to be exact.
68, even more.
Here's an interesting stat, guys, I found. This year, the Bulldogs are averaging 68 points. And last year, the Bulldogs were averaging 70 points. This year, the Bulldogs are allowing 68 points. And last year, the Bulldogs were allowing 56 points. So the defense has had no showing here this season. And I think that's the number one thing they need to be focused on in this game if they want to win.
I think, yeah, it's more defense and defensive rebounds.
Guys, Malik Parker just hit double digits, and the first quarter's not even over yet. Via, wide open.
That was
Missed
good.
3. Parker to Johnson. Oh,
Very
Johnson, nice pass. Oh, and he can't finish, though. Brooks with the rebound.
And here comes Brooks right down the floor. And that's going to be a travel.
Yeah.
Guys, Brooks, that's his 3rd rebound of the game.
Yeah,
Note that.
first quarter.
First quarter, though.
Averaging 6, so that's pretty good. He's already getting half his average. And he needs to get more, I think. He needs to be averaging at least 8 rebounds per game. He's the big man, man.
His high this year, 14. That was against ACC, in which Jalen Brooks went off. 34 points, 14 rebounds. Malik Parker showing off some of his skills. That's Frank Johnson trying to get around Clanton. Oh, he's trying to break some ankles. It's not going to work, though.
And here's Ellison at the top, passing it to Hill. Hill's going to take it down to Johnson for 3.
Oh, Johnson just a bit short, but another offensive rebound. And they're going to get the rebound again. And that's going to give Frank Johnson the opportunity to reset after should have been an easy bucket. They're probably going to take this down to the last shot. Nope.
And that was Jack Ellison again. He seems to be, he's a bit tall there, 6'4", 185 pounds. He seems very athletic. And he's bottoming up against Mindel right there.
Yeah, 4 points. That's a pretty even matchup, Mindel against number 11, Elson.
And that was a foul.
Nice drive to the basket.
Yeah, number 10, Frank Johnson, I believe.
Now, I don't know if it's
Excuse me, like
just
Parker.
me, but number 10 for the Knights, Frank Johnson, is kind of resembling Magic Johnson. He actually made a very nice flashy pass. I think it was around when there was 2 minutes left, but it was very nice.
Jalen Clanton, he's 73% from the free throw line. Just made that first one, give the Bulldogs the Bulldogs are down by 3 now, 16-13.
Yes, here's Clanton to the line one more time.
And there's double digits, Jalen Clanton and Malik Parker. Both 10. Parker, last second shot. Oh.
You know what? Yeah, he's got the jumper. He's got a very nice jump shot, I'll tell you that right now.
Is Parker reminding you of Jabari Parker?
Jabari Parker.
Quick man out of Simeon, a great player now with the Milwaukee Bucks.
Jabari Parker of the Milwaukee Bucks, yes.
Yeah.
It definitely resembles him.
You know, just seeing, they are identical. I mean, 6 shots apiece from Clanton and Parker. 3 made, those 4 made. As we have the cheerleaders now doing a little routine. But Anthony, what are you going to see in the second quarter?
I want to see more men being bodied up. I think the Bulldogs haven't gotten enough points. Only 14 points in this quarter. I want to see them try to get at least 25 points in this quarter. They got to start going at the basket, and they need to be a little bit stronger on defense. I think they need to get up in the opponent's face.
Yeah, I totally agree with Anthony. Defense is key. in offensive and defensive rebounds. I think they need to stop forcing shots, first of all, from the three-point line. I know that's what they like to do. I know they're good at it, but some days you're just off.
Guys,
and you know what? It's time to take some mid-range shots.
Did I hear the Anthony say body? Because we'd like to welcome Loyola Medicine to RB Sports. Beginning of the season, Loyola Medicine is the sports medicine provider for the Bulldogs. Loyola Medicine, body and soul.
As we have Frank Johnson to take it out, and he's going to pass it off to number 1, Isaiah Harris, and he's going to go up to Jack Ellison, who scores once again. And here's Clanton to take the ball up.
That man looked like he could dunk.
He's going to pass it off to Cecinas. Cecinas will hesitate with it, and he's going to dribble off to Devin Moody, very athletic, and Jalen Clanton will take another 3, and it's off the iron as Drew Pitlick will take it back. Pitlick averaging only 6 minutes per game, but he's a good shooter. There's Isaiah Aries again for 3, and he hits it.
Yeah, the Bulldogs got to get back on defense very quickly. You know, this team, they like to run the offense as quick as possible. Get it down the court and score easy.
It's a 7-point deficit right now. If you're the Bulldogs and Tom McCluskey, you do not want to be down by more than 10.
Here's Clanton taking the ball up. He's going to pass it over to Cecinas. He's going to think about the 3, and he's going to drive inside, and he's going to go in for the shot, and that's the shot I want Cecinas to take more often, right at the left elbow right there. Here's Ellison. He's going to pass it off to Harris, and Harris will pass it back off when it's tipped by Baginis, but not recollected by Clanton. Bulldogs almost lost it and then regained it. Clanton's going to take it from here. He's going to drive towards the left. He's going to go up, and a beautiful layup.
Yeah.
Beautiful shot there by Jalen Clanton.
Too much sauce right there.
Too
Mr.
much.
Clanton.
Just the right amount of sauce as they pass it to Jeff Mayberry. Swings around to Ellison. Ellison will think about it. He's going to pass it off. He's going to think about passing. He's up at the top. He's going to run the play. He's going to pass it off to Parker. Parker's going to take the shot. Ooh. Seemed like it was about to be short, but as Harris almost gets it in, but Baginis hands it. Baginis fumbling there with the ball a little bit. But here comes Clanton back up. He's going to pass it off to Pitlick. Pitlick's going to think about it. Here's Cecinas coming off the screen. Cecinas thinks about the 3 once again. He always thinks about that 3. Clanton up at the top, looking for a man. The Bulldogs are not really moving, guys. And there's another 3 big Clanton. Rims in and out as Parker takes it back
Shot
up.
is definitely on point. He just can't get it in.
Parker regains it back and goes with a strong reverse layup.
Don't do that, Malik.
As here comes Brooks and Via back into the game. Oh, Jalen with the crossover. He's going to look for Ryan Cecinas again. He's going to shoot up for 3. Bang!
Yeah, there you go.
Cecinas his first basket, man. That's his first 3 in 5 attempts.
And here he's going to pass it off to Hill, and he's going to be fouled.
You know, guys, just seeing Ryan Cecinas not taking the open 3 from the top of the key 2 possessions ago makes me think that his coach, Tom McCluskey, might have told him to lay off after going 0 for 4.
Yeah, I think he's just telling him, don't force your shots. Just ease yourself into the 3-point shot.
Foul committed by number 21, Devin Moody. That's his first, as Hill made the first free throw.
Quickly but quietly, the Bulldogs broke the deficit to 2.
Yeah, we did not notice that. They had been playing very well so far in the game, and they've scored 7 points.
Is Joshua wearing some old Lakers shorts?
I did notice that. He's wearing the short shorts. It seems to be back in style as Jalen fumbles with it, but Via picks it back up, and he gets it back to Jalen. He's going to fumble with it once more, and Malik Parker strips him, and he goes up.
Malik. I didn't think Malik could do that.
6 foot, 165-pound Malik. That's me, Casey.
Is hops.
Wait, whoa.
Malik's hops.
You said his name's Malik Parker? That's like Peter Parker. He's looking like Spider-Man out there.
Jumping from buildings, flying high and going it down hard. And here's Parker again. Can he shoot the 3? Yes, he can.
No.
Parker, no. 17 points in this quarter's had 2 minutes.
Sriracha, he's hot.
Guys, how are the Bulldogs going to stop Malik Parker?
Big men got to stand in the middle. They're playing, seems to be a man-to-man, and they might have to go back to a 2-3 zone, get their big 3 men, Cecinas, maybe Baginis, and then Brooks in the middle.
Yeah, this team definitely knows how to get their momentum going.
guard the paint. That's what the Bulldogs need to do. They were down by 2. Now it's 8 again. Malik Parker, he's hot, and I don't think these timeouts are going to cool him off.
Yeah, the Bulldogs, they cannot panic when they're on offense. They got to keep the ball movement up, all right? They got a very good ball movement. Get it in the paint. Get as many mid-range shots as you can get, okay? Get it to Jalen Brooks. He's going to get fouled most likely every time. You know, trusting him with a 71% free throw advantage.
Guys, something I noticed, Josh Hill, when he sticks his arm up, he's got a huge wingspan, and he was covering Zach Villa. It was just crazy to see that man do his wingspan right in front of Zach Villa, who's only standing 5'8".
And we're going to come back from a Christian timeout here as Brooks is going to take the ball out with Clanton's going to take out the ball, with Villa, Brooks, Mindel, and Tosinas on the floor. As we have the man himself, Jalen Clanton, bring up the ball. He's going to pass it on to Jalen Brooks, who's going to pass it off to Tosinas. Villa will set something up, and here's Mindel, who will take the 3. And he is off the iron as Malik Parker, the man who we now know can score pretty high, as he's going to think about passing it down low to number 12, Aiden Crody, who checked into the game. Here's Crody at the right wing. He's going to pass it off to, Jack Ellison. And Josh Decker will make the basket there. Here's Clanton once more. Passes it off to Brooks. Brooks drives to the left, and beautiful. That's the shot you want from Brooks.
It's 6 for Brooks now.
And we have Parker taking it up again. He's got the intellect, he's got the hops, and he's got the shot. So let's see what he does here. He's going to pass it off. Ooh, very nice. Beautiful spin move by number 11, Jack Ellison. But he airballs it as it goes out of bounds on the Bulldogs. Ellison will take the ball, Parker will take the ball back out. So he's going to pass it in to Ellison. Ellison is pretty high jumper there, and it's stolen by Brooks. And Brooks is going to take it right to the basket. Fouled. Oh. But Jalen Clanton went up for the layup, and Jalen Brooks is there for the follow-up. If there was no foul call, he probably would have gotten the rebound.
Yeah, it's another way just to get him to the line.
And Brooks will make his first of 2.
Very nice.
Brooks is a 73% free throw shooter, as he will go for a second one, and he is 2 of 2. Shoots just as well, a little over Jalen Brooks.
Hey, does Malik Parker look like Nick Young, number 0 from the Lakers?
Hey.
You see any resemblance, man?
I knew he resembled someone.
And here is Mayberry passing off to Malik Parker, who will miss it as Brooks will take it back in. And here's Clanton picking up the ball. Tosinas passes off to Mindel. Mindel to Tosinas. Tosinas will pass it off to Villa. Villa thinks about it. Passes off to Brooks, who hesitated. Hop steps to Tosinas. Tosinas for 3. Good. And Tosinas is heating up a little. Isn't that right, Casey?
Hey, he's made his last two shots, both threes. His total is 8 points right now.
As
he's 2 for 6.
Allison drives in, but a foul is made by Riverside Brookfield.
Yeah, Matt, you were right. 2 for 6 shooting. That's 33% right now for Tosinas.
There's always room for improvement.
And there's Parker passing out to Crody. Crody swings it across to Mayberry. Mayberry passes it right back to Parker.
Very nice.
And there's
pass.
Ellison high off the glass, but no good as Brooks will take it back. So Parker will take it back high off the glass, and it's a foul as Parker was going up. It was on a number 22, AJ Mindel.
Guys, someone's got to, if Malik Parker's not committed to a college right now, someone's got to give him a contract. That was a great steal. We've seen his ability throughout the game.
Yeah, he's very active on defense, and that's what every team needs, is an active defensive point guard.
And he has half of his team's points, 18 of 32, as he will make his second free throw.
That was a lucky bounce right there.
On the floor right now is Brooks, Asuna, Savaya, Moody, and Clanton. For the Knights, we have Ellison, Parker, Crody, Mayberry, and Josh Decker, who we saw in the first quarter, who played very well.
Only 2 upperclassmen on the floor for the Bulldogs. 2 seniors, that would be Brooks and Clanton, the rest, all juniors, and then Via is the senior, is the sophomore.
And Clanton and Brooks are both the only seniors on the team, not only just on the floor, as Via will take it up. You look for the pass for Cecinas as it passes off to Brooks, who will take a 20-footer, and it bounces off the rim, but it's rebounded by Brooks, who was almost there, but it was taken back by Malik Parker. Ooh.
Guys, Malik Parker's got 5 rebounds from what I have.
That's very well for a point guard, especially at his stature. Not to mention, did you see that bullet pass? That man can almost.
That was a
do
left
it.
hand, and I think he's a.
Yeah, I think he's
I think he's a right-handed guy.
He shoots with his right hand, and he makes it with his right hand.
22 with 2 minutes left before a half.
I don't know why they don't body that man up. Here's Via at the top. He's going to pass it off to Brooks. Brooks is at the top. But Cecinas will take the 3. He's been hot, and he's going to plank it off. But Moody had it, as he will take it back. But there's Malik Parker again.
Malik is everywhere.
Malik is everywhere.
He's all over them.
He's Spider-Man. He's flying from buildings.
Peter Parker.
And we have Isaiah Harris is about to check into the game. As the ref is about to take the ball out.
Malik Parker, 22 points. He's on pace for over 40 points.
And here's Clanton. He's going to think about the 3. He's going to dribble it with his left, pass it off to Cecinas, pass it off to Brooks. Brooks is going to do a spin move inside. And Moody will take the 3. Oh, and off the iron. Moody is very athletic as it's taken back to Malik Parker, who will set it up. And here is Isaiah packing off to Ellison. Ellison for 3, and it's off the rim. But Clanton muscles for it and gets it in the corner as it's a foul on, looks like, the Christian Knights, the Chicago Christian Knights. And they're going to be shooting free throws.
So far, the Bulldogs, they've scored 14 points this quarter. On the other hand, 20 points by the Knights.
And the foul was committed by number 12, Aiden Crotty.
Another chance for Clanton to increase his free throw percentage for the season.
73% free throw shooter, and he makes.
He's 5 for 5 from the line tonight.
And that's definitely an advantage for the Bulldogs, just to keep them into the game.
And Jalen will make 2 of 2. Off to Parker, the man. He is guarded by Moody. Passes off to Crotty. Crotty to Mayberry. Mayberry will muscle himself in on Cecinas. Cecinas played great defense. And here comes Clanton. Right down to Moody. Moody, an athletic player. Moody can dunk it. I don't know if he can dunk it as well as Parker did, though.
Oh, Moody can dunk.
And here's Isaiah passing off to Ellison. Ellison will go in for the layup, and he misses an easy one, but he grabs it and rebound and puts it back up and in. That man, I want to see him get up because I know he can dunk a basketball.
Gets his own shot.
Hey, does it seem to you guys that for layups, they just throw the ball up and hope for the best instead of setting up and properly doing a layup?
Yeah, a lot of the glass is not used when a player goes up for the layup.
And when they get the offensive rebound, which we've seen plenty of, they just throw the ball back up there, no look.
And Jack Ellison committed the foul, and Moody will be shooting 2 via Clanton, Cecinas, and here comes Drew Pitlick in. And he comes in for Cecinas, and Brooks is at the center position while Moody is shooting free throws. On the floor for the Knights, we have Parker, Mayberry, Hill, Eris, and Crotty.
I like this setup that the Bulldogs have for their backcourt defense, because they know that as soon as they get that rebound, they're going to be down the court in about 3 seconds. So they're already getting prepared. That's the smart move by McCluskey.
1 minute and 7 seconds remaining. The Bulldogs down by 5. That could have been a 4-point game. Here is Crotty to Mayberry. Mayberry is at the top. Back to Crotty. Crotty sets up the play. He's going to dribble in between his legs right back to Mayberry. They just kind of play a passing game. And there's Parker back up to Mayberry. Mayberry's directing the play. Passes it to Crotty to Hill. Down low to Arias. Arias for the corner 3, and it's good.
Yes,
They were
Lash.
very patient on that play, and they made it work. They're hitting those shots. Bulldogs not playing very well defense. Here's Moody back to Via. Via will think about the 3.
Oh.
And Moody was not looking at that as, Crotty goes behind the back, and Arias goes up for the foul. Not a good set of plays by the Bulldogs, guys. What happened there?
Moody was setting a pick for another Bulldog to come around and get the pass, and didn't get the message as Moody got a pass to his back.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you right now that what the Knights are doing, they're taking Josh Hill. They put him in the middle, right almost by the free throw line. They're drawing in all the defenders, and then they got a man going right to the corner every single time. It's a corner shot.
Hey, guys, Josh Hill's the big man with the short shorts.
And here's Clanton coming up after Ayers hit 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Clanton's going to set something up with 23 seconds remaining. Pitlick thinks about it, goes to Moody. Moody will go right, crosses over to the left. Via with the ball. Clanton at the top. He's going to drive inside, crosses over, makes the spin move right back to Via, who will take the same shot he almost took, and he hits it.
8 seconds left.
Here's Parker down to Arias, who will take the quick 3, and he hits it again.
Wow.
And the reaction from the crowd is priceless.
Wow. A beautiful shot by Aries. He's made 2. He's up to 10 points, Aries. But we're going to head into halftime 45-36 in favor of the visiting Knights. And once again, we'd like to welcome Loyola Medicine to RB Sports. Beginning this season, Loyola Medicine is the sports medicine provider for the Bulldogs. Loyola Medicine, body and soul. And don't change the channel. We're going to have a performance by the RB Puppets as we head back. We'll see you back in the third quarter. 45-36 in favor of the Knights.
I'm here with our fan down here. It's a 45-36 game. The Bulldogs are down. What's your name, sir?
Jim Landau, alumni.
All right, you're alumni. How do you feel the Bulldogs are playing tonight?
We just gotta play more defense. That's about it. Just gotta play more defense.
What's the feeling of the crowd section?
You know, they need more intensity. We just need more intensity, and they got to inspire us to play defense. All right, thanks a lot, Anthony. I got to go.
Oh, you gotta go? Okay.
All right, have a go.
All right, well, I guess that's all we got down here. Back to you guys up at the desk for the second half.
Just the end of the first half, and full of action, 36-45. We got the Knights taking the lead, and of course, Malik Parker, 22 points.
Malik Parker, man, what a performance we've seen. He's on pace for 44. He has 22 points, 5 rebounds, and he has been everywhere. He's got a few steals to his name, but every play you look, Malik Parker, you'll see on the court wearing number 0.
Yeah, we had a definite rivalry matchup. Jalen Clanton and Malik Parker. 16 points for Clanton, 22 for Parker. And it's just going back to back right now.
You know, originally in this game, I had the Bulldogs as a favorite. They're home. They are a different team when they play home. But tonight, you know, something you got to know is the sixth man isn't that big tonight as it usually is. But, you know, the Bulldogs, they're a different team when they play home. They play a lot better. They have a lot more motivation. But tonight, they're just getting outshot by the Knights. Something the Bulldogs need to learn to do is they got to stop taking the three-pointers. They're down 9. It doesn't, you know, sure, you're three-pointers, but you got to take the open shot when Jalen Brooks is the biggest man on that court.
Yeah, and you know, professional teams-wise, especially in the NBA, of course, you know, you have a team that is just below 500, and they go straight for the race for the 8th. It's the 8th spot of the playoff spot. Okay, you get in the 8th spot, you're going to get into the playoffs. What the Bulldogs have to do tonight is get above 500. Because right now they're below.
Yeah, right now 8-8 and not looking too good. But somebody to look out for the rest of the game. Jack Elson. He wears number 11 for the Knights, and he swooshed his last 2 3-point shots. And these weren't just regular 3-point shots, man. These were deep shots. Jack Elson, 6'4", and he's a big man, but he shoots. Got 11 points right now. 10 points for Elson.
Well, guys, as we're coming in here, we're down 9. What are the things we got to do to get back on top?
You know, I was telling Matt earlier, when Hill and Decker are both on the bench, and Decker isn't been on the court as much as I thought he would be for being the biggest man out there. When Jalen Brooks is the biggest man on the court, got to pass it to Brooks. He knows how to drive. But as we've seen, the Bulldogs, they rush, and their driving causes a lot of turnovers, and they aren't making the buckets.
And Matt, you made an interesting comment at the beginning of the game. Brooks doesn't take a lot of 3-point shots, but he always hesitates on taking those shots. And so every time he goes up, people come towards him, and then he gives that room to go inside and score usually a good layup.
Exactly. You know, he uses that 0% free throw 3-point shot to his advantage, of course. So it looks like we got A.J. Mindall inbounding the ball. Jalen Clanton gonna take it up to the top, passes it to Zach Vaya on the west wing. There he goes. Ryan Cecinas at the top. Jalen Brooks bringing it around. Mindall, Cecinas. Vaya again to Brooks, taking a mid-range shot. And it looks like number 24 is gonna get the rebound. And there goes Johnson. Frank Johnson going to the top. Jalen Clanton playing the horseshoe defense on top of him. He's gonna go to Parker. Back to 24. 11 going to drive in. Mindell playing good defense. Almost a good rebound by Jalen Brooks, but it just goes right out of bounds.
I'm going to say something you told me just at halftime. You said, I bet Malik Parker doesn't get any bench the rest of the game, and I 100% agree with you.
Yeah, I mean, he reminds me of a Jimmy Butler.
Oh, wow.
Plays 40 minutes a game.
How is Malik wide open underneath the hoop? It's bad defense right there.
Via to Clanton. Clanton to Cecinas, trying to warm up. Just can't get it though, goes out of bounds.
You know, Cecinas, that was his 7th shot. He is now 2 of 5 from behind the arc. That's 40%. That is his average this year though, 41%.
Yeah, we got Parker taking it back up to Frank Thomas, number 10. Clanton switches on to Frank Thomas, is not on Parker anymore.
Hey man, Frank Thomas was a Sox player. That's Frank Johnson
Ah,
out there.
Frank Thomas, what am I thinking? Frank Johnson.
And it's all good, we all make mistakes.
I'm thinking of baseball right now, what am I doing?
And at least you're thinking of the right team.
Zach Vaya taking it up. Looking for the open man, there's Mindell. There's Jalen Brooks Nice pass. Finds Cecinas.
Beautiful.
Give up
finish
those
by
points.
Cecina should go inside in the mid-range. I think you should stay away from that three-pointer from now on. Parker again.
Parker
He got
again.
20, he's got 26.
And Clanton looking for the open shot. Takes it. Oh, hits the front of the rim.
Seemed like that one was going in as here comes Frank Johnson. Mr. Thomas.
Yep, not Thomas. And Jalen Brooks could have taken it all the way. He's going to look for Vaya. Stripped away by Johnson.
Watch Malik Parker. He's wide open in the corner.
And you can look for the big man, number 40, taking it into the middle, drawing in the Bulldog defense and looking for the man in the corner.
Now Clanton's on Malik Parker, who's all the way on the right side. And now he's going to cut over to the right. Excuse me, he was on the left. Now he's on the right. And Jalen's doing a pretty good job making sure he doesn't get the ball. There's a timeout to be taken by McCluskey.
Guys, when is enough? When are you going to have to start double-teaming Malik Parker? 26 points.
That's the thing, though, Casey. If they're not going to get it to Malik Parker, they're going to get it to Ellison. If they can't get it to Ellison, they're going to get it to Arias, who's going to come off the bench. If they can't get it to him, they're going to go inside to Decker. Chicago Christian Knights, they got weapons all over there, and I'm surprised they're 10-7 because they play very, very well.
Not usually a tough opponent for the Bulldogs, who've had a stellar past 5 years. They've never had more than 5 losses in a year in as long as I can remember, Anthony.
The last time the Bulldogs had 8 losses was the 2008 season when they were 16-10. They won. I'm pretty sure they won, and they won conference that year.
They have 15 straight conference championships, and that's on the line.
So, I mean, if the Bulldogs can hold up this year, they can still get a conference run, but they're going to have to play their hearts out. If they lose this game, it's going to look a little slim, guys.
They have 2 huge games in the next 2 weeks, both against teams that they've lost, and they're going to be on RBTV. Next week against ICCP, team they lost to on a buzzer beater shot, and in 2 weeks against ACC, a team that beat them by over 10 points.
And we're going to have the Christian Knights come back on. Johnson, Parker, Mayberry, Ellison, and Decker on the floor.
And Malik Parker with 26 points now. As Jalen Clanton brings it up to Zach Vaya. Swings it around to Cecinas. It is going to be Jalen Clanton. Back to Vaya. And looking for Clanton again. Clanton still looking, trying to get the play going. No space on the floor. Vaya runs off a screen, gets it back on the left wing. Cecilius at the top. Back to Vaya. Looking for the shot. Jalen Clanton, he's going to take it. And it's not going to go in.
That's a shot you got to make. You can't miss that shot. They played that ball very well, even though the play was a little bit broken. They got a good shot off, and you got to make those.
Yeah, ball movement is so far really good.
Guys, we've been so focused on the game, I don't think we've noticed it's a 15-point deficit right now for the Bulldogs.
And we got only 13 minutes remaining in this game. The Bulldogs have to get going now, or it may seem bleak. Here's come Jalen Brooks in the game.
I think minimum deficit you can go into the fourth quarter, I think is 8.
Yeah, I think if it's 10 or above, they're going to coast from there on. But most likely, yeah, 8's the best shot. And now we got Parker at the top. Back to Johnson. Clanton on Johnson, playing really good defense.
And we have
looking for number 11.
The sophomore Vaya and the senior Parker. So let's see how this matchup goes as Parker's going to drive. Ooh, but it's blocked by Virginis. As Mayberry takes it back up and he muscles against Virginis and he gets the foul and 1.
Yeah, these offensive rebounds are going to kill the Bulldogs. That Zach Vaya was the only guy who could have got the rebound, and because they were doing a lot of great boxing out on the offensive side, the Knights.
Yeah, it's all about second chance points. Whoever's got the highest amount of second chance points is the team that's most likely in the lead.
And here is Mayberry who makes the first.
Here we go, Jalen Clanton taking it up. Setting up the play off to Cecinas for his another three-point shot, and it goes in.
He's 3 for 3 his last 3 three-point attempts.
And there's Johnson. Looking like Magic Johnson out there. He's got Clanton on him again. Number 24, number 40.
Nice pass and another foul on Virginis. That's his second, I believe.
Yeah, second foul for Jason.
One possession right there in which Malik Parker was not set.
Yeah, Malik Parker. That was probably the first play of tonight that he wasn't set. And that's going to go in.
It's number 40, Jeff Mayberry, 6'3", senior forward.
And he sinks both of them. Clanton's going to inbound to Vaya. Back to Clanton. Clanton's going to take it up. Looks for Vaya. Vaya's going to swing around to the right wing. Cecilius at the top, wide open for the three-point shot, and he's on fire.
Yeah, I think
going again.
Just get the ball to Cecilius right now. I think he's the hot hand.
He's keeping him in the game.
And now they're going to double team Parker. But now you got Johnson, you got Mayberry open, and now Mayberry's going to take the mid-range.
And Cecilius gets the rebound. Back to Vaya, up to the right wing. Looks back to Cecilius. And Jalen Brooks right in the post. Very good play. He's going to get fouled every time he gets in the post.
Nice play by Cecilius. So you realize that Jalen had the position, hesitated on that three-point shot to get his opponent up, and pass it off to Jalen, who goes in. Got lucky because he got fouled, but we'll take it to 71% free throw shooter. Let's see how he does it.
Yeah, and like you said, 71% free throw shooter. Let's see if he can keep it around there tonight. And he misses the first one.
But Cecilius, he's keeping the Bulldogs in the game. For every few shots that the Knights make, and by few, that is a lot, Cecilius is countering with a three-point bucket of his own, up to 16 points.
Yeah, now, do you guys think that they will keep Cecilius in for the rest of the quarter?
Yeah, oh, definitely. I think they're going to keep Cecilius in for the rest of the game. He's been the hot hand as we have the Knights trying to set up something. But we got Clanton on Parker again, and it seems that this matchup is limiting the Knights, but I wouldn't get in Parker's hand right there.
And Clanton on Parker. Was playing on Johnson earlier. Yeah, nice.
Nice. Cecilius gets the steal again.
Oh, behind the back. Very nice pass by Mr. Clanton.
Put it on a plate and call it a fancy dish, guys.
And now they're double teaming Johnson every time he gets the ball. Locking him down, that's a turnover.
And now the Bulldogs are gaining a little more momentum, got a highlight play going, and Jalen Clanton is looking pretty confident on the floor there.
Well, they have the Knights confused, and the Knights are trying to keep up with this fast-paced Bulldogs team, and the Bulldogs are just flustering the Knights. And Matt, something you got to notice is that the Bulldogs, usually in the third quarter, someone has 3 fouls, and they get into foul trouble.
Yes, that's usually what the case is, but right now, Bulldogs are playing very good defense. And like I said, double teaming Mr. Parker, Peter Parker, I'd like to call him the Spider-Man. He's always in the corner, and he's in the worst spot because he's going to get double teamed every time, and he's going to get trapped. And just like that, there was a turnover, travel, and that leads to a timeout just to cut off that momentum.
And we notice, guys, Cecilius has 16 points. He averages 11.5 points per game. So he's gotten a little hotter, though he's just only been taking a couple threes. He's been taking a lot of threes. He had that one layup in the third quarter. But I think he's going to have a pretty good fourth quarter here. We're down 9. You said 8. So let's see if you're wrong, because we want to get away with a win here.
And right now, Malik Parker hasn't scored a basket in almost 4 minutes.
Very good.
So they're shutting them down. They're doing their job as a defensive role. They're doing their job. And it looks like Clanton is going to inbound it. Back to Clanton from Vaya. And it looks like Mr. Parker is on Jalen Clanton.
You see Cecilius coming off the screen.
Up to the top. Back to Vaya on the top. Moves to the right wing to Jalen Brooks. Cecilius wide open again. Oh, he's heat checking right there.
He's a screen runner. He likes to run around all those screen set for him, so he's a great catch and shoot.
And
So
Malik Parker. Jalen Clanton now playing on Parker. As soon as he gets in the corner, they're most likely going to double team. There's Vaya playing on the big man.
As Moody came over, but now his man's wide open on the three-point line.
And it's Johnson misses it, but Parker's got it back. Mid-range shot goes in, and he's going to hit that every single time.
The Bulldogs got cut up in their own defense, and they didn't switch quick enough, and the man was left open, even on the rebound.
And Vaya struggling with the ball. Jalen Brooks, right wing Jalen Clanton, trying to get it back to the top. Looking for the open lane, and he's not going to do it. He gets the front of the rim, Jalen Brooks. That's a foul. He's going to go for 2 shots.
Wonderful pass by Clanton. I don't know if you guys saw it. He threw it behind his head. right to Brooks in the post. Brooks should have finished that, but we'll take the 2 free throws.
Something you notice with Jalen Clanton, though, is he likes to just throw up shots. He's taken over 10 shots this game, and that last shot was not his best.
He only has 16 points, even though he averages 19 points, guys. So he's been having a little rough game here.
No, he's got time. He's got time.
But
He does have time.
Clanton has the IQ passing-wise. He has the field vision of the court.
Leads the team 5.1 assists per game. And that's another thing about this team. Is Ellison and Moody fall over in the bench there. But that's the thing about this team. I mean, 5.1 assists per game. That's not very high, especially if that's the highest average. You got to get a little more higher in the numbers there. Everyone's got to start passing a little more. You got to start getting the assists. Usually a lot of the shots we see are just catching through threes or Jalen Clanton pulling up from the three-point line.
Yeah. Tight defense by Malik Parker over to Cecinas. Going back to Jalen Clanton, deep three. Very nice shot. And
Money.
Now he's got 19.
now is a 10-point lead for the King. Oh, excuse me, the Knights. And Jalen Brooks on top of number 40.
And we got a minute 18 to go here, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think we noticed it. But the Bulldogs got to start playing defense, and that was a good hustle by Moody. But if they don't act quick here, guys, it's going to be out of hand.
Hey, Matt, you said the Kings, but they do have the same colors as the Los Angeles Kings hockey team.
And the Sacramento Kings.
Oh, yeah.
Can't forget about them. And Jalen Clanton, nice defense, keeping it away from Malik Parker. Jalen Brooks playing tight defense as long as every other teammate of the Bulldogs.
And right now, the Knights are just milking the clock. They don't have to go anyways. They can get this game done, and they can get scored. There's a 12 points.
Yeah, no shot clock in high school. You can hold the ball for the entire game if you want to.
Clanton back to the top, looking for the open man, Moody. Moody going to the top. Jalen Clanton wide open for the three-point shot, and that's going to go in again. Jalen Clanton. He's getting his points. He's now at 22 points of the night. And looks like Moody went a little bit too far on that play, but I like the hustle. And it is off of number 24 of the Knights, and it's going to be Bulldogs ball.
I don't think Josh Decker liked that call. He pointed at the ref, and he was like, hey, that's our ball. Didn't get the call.
And they're taking their time with 15 seconds left of the third quarter. Jalen Clanton looking for the open man. Cecinas going to come up top. He looks for the shot. It goes back to Clanton. Via's wide open.
Nice play.
Takes
his time and makes the shot.
That's a very nice. That's the shot you want. And the timeout will be taken by the Knights.
Wait, it's the end of the quarter, but the deficit is 6.
Yeah, and it's under 8 points. You know what? There's definitely hope here for these Bulldogs.
2-possession game here.
Yeah, but it could have been might have the worst time for that quarter to end after they were on a hot streak.
And we're going to start the fourth quarter, guys, here soon. What do we want to see from the team?
So, Anthony, you've had past experience within your high school career of basketball. What was your main focus on defense? I know you used to block a lot.
Yeah, a big box shot blocker, but you got to get up in the man's face.
Yes.
There, you got to be really aggressive, and you got to be focused, and you got to be mindful. And speaking of mind, we'd like to welcome Loyola Medicine to RB Sports. Beginning this season, Loyola Medicine is the sports medicine provider for the Bulldogs. Loyola Medicine, body and soul.
And guys, speaking of mind again, just a reminder, you can catch this rebroadcast of the game on RBTV at 7:06 p.m. tomorrow and Sunday.
Very punful here at RBTV as we're going to start the fourth quarter. We got Moody, Brooks, Clanton, Via, and Cecinas on the floor. Cecinas, great. Third quarter, he has 16 points, and Clanton has 22 points, 3 over his average. But the man, Malik Parker, is 28, and we've been limiting him very well, guys.
Yeah, guys, once again, I'm Casey Villette alongside Matt Angio and Anthony Landau. We're at the Dudley Gymnasium, Riverside, Illinois. It's 62-56, favor of the Knights. Oh, wide open, and he's jam. Jack Ellison, 14 points.
I knew he could do it.
That's a rim rocker.
As we got Via up top.
Yeah, Vi, he's looking for Brooks, but Clanton hot. He's made his last 2 3-point attempts.
Very nice
Cecinas.
drive. Very nice drive.
Hey, you don't see him drive.
No, and he should do that more. The defense picked up on that, and he had the wide open layup. Beautiful play by Cecinas to see that.
That's number 40. That's Frank Johnson. Frank Johnson, he's going to play a little passing game. You know, the time is the number one enemy for the Bulldogs right now. They have 7 minutes left. They're down 6. You know, that's not that much, but if they can only go back 1 for 1 in possessions, that's not going to work.
Very tight defense. This is perfect by the Bulldogs. That looked like a travel there, but it's going to be a foul.
Hard foul to Jack Elson, but that possession lasted over 30 seconds right there.
He looks a little shooken up right there. Devin Moody, that's his second foul, team's 4th.
Jack Ellison shooting 2, 64-56, a 6-point game. Bulldogs need this win. They are sitting at 8-8, and they have a tougher road ahead of them. Guys, next Saturday they're playing Fenwick, who is ranked in the top 10 in the state of Illinois. So you gotta hope that the Bulldogs get a string of wins going before playing such a dominant Fenwick Friar team.
Cecinas on the right wing is going to pass it off to Brooks. Brooks is going to drive hard in.
Oh,
and he gets the
and
layup. One. And Jalen Brooks, guys, we know he's a 71% free throw shooter, but he's not shooting them well tonight. And he's got to start hitting some, because if he's been what is he now?
He's not too good on free throws right now. He's taken at least 8 free throws that I can recall.
And 8 free throws would have put you up 68 to 65 as he makes the first.
Friendly RB hop right there.
4-point deficit.
65-61 in favor of the Knights.
The Knights, might not take as many threes as for each 3 that they miss, RB can take and steal those points back. Double teaming, but that's not going to work if you have some dominant players such as right there Malik. They're going to give Jalen Clanton the foul. He doesn't like it.
That is a late call, but you got to give it to Jalen Clanton. He's playing very tight defense on Mr. Parker.
Jalen Clanton's got to watch his reaction, though. He has quite a few technical fouls this year. He had a technical foul last game.
Well, that is only his first foul of the game, guys, so that's very good. And he only averages 1.5 fouls per game.
But you know what, Casey? It's good to have some emotion in this game because that shows how competitive you are.
Yeah, it does, especially if you're the leader of this team like Clanton. And there's Parker off the screen, and he's going to...
That was an off-balance shot. A kind of bad attempt, but a good offensive rebound.
Got to get into the corner as they come. 3 Bulldogs come over. And Clanton is on Johnson now.
Being a little too aggressive is not going to... Oh, Parker, no. That's 30.
Well, he's just walking in the air.
But the Bulldogs being aggressive on trying to steal and deflect the passes, and that's leaving room in the lane.
Oh, no. Almost backcourt.
Brooks saves the backcourt. Cecinas to Clanton. Clanton to Vila. Bulldogs down 6 points. 5:45 left. Clanton, he's at 22. No lucky hop there. Rebound by Parker. He's got a wide open Johnson. Johnson's not that big. But, guys, that's Parker's 8th rebound of the game. He's almost got a double-double.
He's got 30 points here.
He's like Jabari Parker.
Jabari Parker, Nick Young. Clanton, a deep shot, air ball right there.
And if it was clanking off, he had the perfect, he went right through the left elbow to get that rebound, but an air ball is not going to do you well in this game.
You know what? It would have been a lose-lose situation there anyways because Clanton was going for his own air ball. That would have been traveling anyways if he caught it.
That was a deep shot. Usually Clanton likes taking it from the gray line, but that was from the black line. That was a little too far out of Clanton's range.
Hey, they need to start. They can't be chucking up shots here. They got to start being smart about what they get.
There we go.
And Moody gets
Moody
it.
might dunk it here. No.
Oh, no. It goes in with the
You know,
same
we might have seen a Moody dunk right there, but he did miss a dunk last game.
Very poised. He wants to get it done as he almost gets a second steal right there. As Mayberry takes up with 4:54 to go. Mayberry, the big man, is guarded by Moody. And Moody's going to get his face. It's going to be a timeout by the Knights.
4-point game. The Bulldogs are worrying the Knights, who once led by as many as 17.
What we've seen from this fourth quarter, guys, who's been playing hot?
Clanton, except for that last few shots, but Brooks been playing big man. But sometimes being too aggressive is not good. That's leaving wide open lanes to drive, as Moody and Clanton you've seen be kind of over-aggressive trying to steal.
We've got the Bulldogs. Clanton has 22, Cecinas has 18, Vaya has only 6, and Moody has 5, and Brooks has 12. The highest foul total is 2 for Moody and Cecinas. So the Bulldogs are not in foul trouble, which is nice here. But you can't be hacking and you can't let them be getting easy shots at the free throw line. You got to make them work for those shots.
Actually, the Bulldogs, they have 2 more fouls, and then they will put the Knights in the bonus.
You know what, though? We haven't seen much action from Vaya, but you got to give it up to him. A sophomore playing defense on Malik Parker, and you got to look at Johnson. I mean, you got to give it up to him for the defense.
They took out Johnson. They put in Eris, who's a bit taller. He can shoot the 3, too. He's kind of the 6th man of the team, as Parker, guarded by Brooks, goes up and he throws up a hard one. We haven't seen a shot like that. As it's
A fight for the ball. Oh, and it is tipped in. I don't know who touched it. They're going to give it to Malik Parker right there.
It was like a hot potato game right there.
32 points, 9 rebounds.
Cecinas. Mid-range, that's what Anthony wants.
He almost made it. That was a good shot, too, but Brooks almost had the rebound, but he didn't get it, as Parker. Bane's got 32 as they're double teaming him.
That could be a big miss right there. Oh. And Cecinas threw that right at Vaya's ankles.
Oh, man. 7-point game with 4 minutes remaining, guys. We still got time.
But you don't know how big that tip-in and then miss was, because now it's a 6-point game, and the Knights have the ability to make it a 3-possession game.
Moody with that vertical going in the inbounds as Ellison will take it up. Ellison's thinking about it. As you see Parker guarded by Brooks, or by Clanton. Ellison having trouble by Brooks' defense as he gets it to Eris. Eris will pass it off to Decker. There's Eris, thinks about the 3, nice hesitation, and it's played around and it bounces off Vaya's head.
You know, the clock is the biggest enemy for the Bulldogs right now. 3:48, they're down 6, and they need a stop right here because they didn't get a stop last possession, and they didn't make a basket last possession either.
I don't know, guys. Do you believe in miracles?
Last year, the Bulldogs had a really great game against LT, in which I thought they might have lost, but I could see if they need a stop right here.
Yeah.
Stop right here, and then Clanton's got to be careful with what shot he takes.
If they can keep it under an 8-point lead for the next 2 minutes, they have a chance at tying this game.
They need to keep it at 6, Matt. 8-point lead was for the last quarter. They need a little tighter than 8.
Yeah, 6 to 8, around there. Yeah.
You know, you'd love to tie it. They were as close as 3 points to tying it, but they have not led since the first quarter. I don't even know if they led at all during this game yet.
69, 63, 3:48 remaining. We got Clanton, Brooks, Vaya, Cecinas, and Moody on the floor. Those are the guys tonight. Devin Moody, who averages 3 points per game, has 5, which is good for him. He's getting out there.
Something also knows the Bulldogs 2 timeouts left, and there's 4 minutes left on that clock. So you have to use those timeouts wisely in case the game does get tied up in the close situations.
And Mayberry is going to inbound the ball here to Parker. That's the man, and he's got the shot, but he misses on that one. Moody skies up for the rebound. And I feel like Moody, who only averages 2.3 rebounds per game, as Vaya goes up hard.
Hey, that's the best free throw shooter out there, though. If you want someone at the line.
That's the guy. I mentioned that at the beginning of the game. That's the guy you do not want at the line.
94.
The opponent.
And, you know, maybe he should start driving to the line a little more. He's a 94% free throw shooter. So, and especially in a time like this where you're down and free throws are critical, you want to get that guy to the line as he misses the first.
That's his 2nd miss all year. Very rare miss right there. Zach Vi, he needs this. It's a 6-point game, 3:37 left in the 4th quarter.
He makes the second.
Perfect there, 5-point game.
And as I was saying, Moody only averages 2.3 rebounds a game, and he's been in the paint in these big men's faces. I feel like he can go up hard as he goes to Decker, and Moody takes a swipe at him, but it's no good as Decker makes the
Moody's been getting more and more minutes lately in the season as closer and closer games, and you need a big man, and Moody has got hops.
Yes, he's very athletic.
Malik Parker has not sat on the bench for 1 minute in this whole game.
Doesn't look too tired.
As Vaya will take a 3 off a great pass from Cecinas, but it's just going in and out for the Bulldogs guys tonight.
This is desperation defense by the Bulldogs. Another steal by Cecinas. That's his 3rd of the game.
And a nice pass by Cecinas up the floor. As
Oh,
Clanton
there's
sees
another
it.
foul.
As it's going to be a foul on the Knights to number 40, Jeff Mayberry. Excuse me.
A 7-point game right now. It is 2:53 left in the fourth quarter. The Bulldogs clock is the only enemy right now. They need baskets and they need them now.
Yeah,
you go.
free throws are critical.
You need free throws.
I'll tell you that every game.
6-point game. This will make it a 5-point game. Clanton is a 73% free throw shooter. Hasn't been shooting at the line very well today. And the next is 2 of 2.
You got the lucky roll there. 5-point game. 2:52 left. The Bulldogs have not led.
Oh, I don't know about
Foul by
that.
Clanton, or they can give the foul to Moody. Anyway, there'll be the Bulldogs. They have no fouls left to give. There, one more foul, and the bonus will be granted to the Knights.
That was on number 21, Devin Moody. And
It's his third.
And that's the team 6. As we have Malik Parker, the man of the night, going up against Clanton.
Oh,
Wide
nice
open.
pass. Wow.
You saw the rim shake there. Now it's a 7-point game once again. The Bulldogs need some shots, but that doesn't mean throw up a 3-pointer.
No, that doesn't mean just go shooting for threes. You take your time. You got 2 minutes and 25 seconds left.
And drive in. Jalen Brooks gets the idea, but he gets blocked by Decker. And the Bulldogs need to stop here. They cannot give a foul.
Oh.
And they're going to give that foul to Moody. That's going to be Moody's 4th. Moody's going to get out of this game,
That's
most likely.
because Moody's been playing.
Look for Mindel.
Seems like
That's his 4th foul. He's got to watch out now. 2 more and he's out.
one more. Is it?
Actually, 1 more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
usually
I'm thinking
McCluskey, once you get to 4, you're out of the game unless you're a star player.
Well, I think, in this time, Moody's been playing very well. He's going to give him a shot. And when he does foul out, it'll just be another learning experience, and he can put in Mindel. But Aries is at the team. It's an 8-point game as he misses the second, and there's Moody. Good thing he didn't take him out.
8-point game now. Clanton taking it up. 2 minutes left, but he needs to work efficiently and smart. Play the clock.
Oh, man.
And
Just
that he had the shot there, and
almost.
Cecinas will get it.
Oh, Cecinas. 5-point game here, but the clock's the enemy. They have no fouls to give.
Ryan McBuckets.
And
No
they're gonna-
fouls to give. Don't over-exaggerate your steals. And see, they're playing it perfectly, driving in. Oh, and that was too easy.
And there seemed to be a lot of chaos. I think they were calling for a timeout there, and no one did, and they took advantage of the situation. The Bulldogs will take a timeout. They only got 1 timeout left, guys, and they got 7 fouls here. They got to be careful on defense, and they got to be efficient on offense.
Now,
It's a 3 possession.
Guys, I know it's going to get crazy this last minute 40, so I'll give the last shout out of the night to our sponsor. We'd like to welcome Loyola Medicine to RB Sports. Beginning this season, Loyola Medicine is the sports medicine provider for your RB Bulldogs. Loyola Medicine, body and soul.
yeah, and I'd like to reflect at the beginning of the 4th quarter. Anthony, I had asked you, what was your mentality on defense? And, of course, you said body up. But now, Devin Moody, 4 fouls in the game. Your mentality has to change on body up.
Yeah,
it's more of conservative defense, I assume.
Conservative but smart when to foul. But right there, you saw the Bulls. The Bulldogs, a little too over-dramatic when they're trying to go for a steal or deflection. And in the middle, wide open for the easy layup.
Now, it's good to get a couple fouls here and there, but Moody kind of overdid it. He got a couple unlucky calls. But he's been playing aggressive, which is good. It's nice to see that we have a player on this team that can really take it to the man if we need him to. Is the same starting 5 will be out, as well as for the
Now,
Knights.
if someone's going to foul for the Bulldogs, it's going to be Zach Vi because he has 1. So if anyone's going to have to foul and give them any chance, Zach Vi is going to be the guy to purposely foul.
And there's Cecinas putting it off to Moody. Moody downloaded Jalen Brooks, and nice move by Jalen Brooks.
That might be it for the Bulldogs. 7 points down, 65 seconds left. And Zach Vi is going to have to foul them one time. Wide open,
They're gonna
lots of
hold it.
passing, 7 minutes left, or 7 seconds, 7-point deficit.
And there's Parker. He's going to move inside with ease as it's tipped in by Ellison.
Ellison slowly has 19 points, but
And a
guys,
steal by Aries. We didn't even see it. It was so quick.
And
Guys, easily the player of the game. Malik Johnson, Clanton just throwing up shots, but he's good at that. Clanton, 27 points. He's trying to catch up slowly to Malik Parker. 44 seconds left, but an 8-point deficit. Matt, what's going to happen? Can you see? Do you believe in a miracle, Matt?
I do believe in miracles. I had asked you that. You didn't answer me. I think you're thinking that they're going to lose right now. I don't know. I always like to look at the positive side. They can easily just come out, play amazing defense, cause turnovers, and shoot threes and make them. That's a miracle to me.
Well, here we're going to look at a still shot of Malik just staring down the RB defense right there, and he has been able to be a one-man wrecking crew, but him and number 11, Jack Ellison, combined for 51 out of the 80 points.
Very good. 80 points. And the Bulldogs, like I said at the beginning, the average allows 68 points. And they score 68 points, so they've scored their high, but their defense was not doing very well. It was very inconsiderate. And we have Arias to take it up, passes to Ellison, who fumbles with it, but he's going to regain it, and he's going to foul.
Foul to give. Was the foul given by Zach Vaya? Zach Vaya has got to give the fouls. He does have many fouls, as we noticed in our our pre-broadcast grouping. I did mention that Zach Vaya, the number of fouls is not as many as most people on the team. He actually leads the team in personal fouls.
Yes, he has the highest average with 1.68 fouls per game.
Well, he's the man. He's always up until the fourth quarter. He has to cause those fouls.
As we got Clanton to bring the ball up here, and they're gonna go quick as a foul is taken, and he's gonna go to the line. Clanton not shooting a lot. Very good free throw shooters. Oh, they're gonna take it out of bounds. Excuse me, they're not in the bonus set. Next foul, and they will be in the bonus. As Vi will take it out of bounds. As the Bulldogs set up with 36 seconds remaining, they got to get a quick shot off here. Clanton will face up. He'll drive to the right towards the lane.
And another turnover by Jalen Clanton. This game, they're giving Malik more chances to score. Why do it? Why give the man a chance? This is probably, I think this would be Malik's career high. I haven't seen Malik Parker ever before tonight, but I don't know if I don't think Malik's ever probably gotten to this many points.
Yeah, he's definitely played a good game regardless of everything. He seems like a player that we haven't really seen in a long time. He's really beat up the RB team like this, and Brooks is going to come inside. And he's going to get 29 points here. Him and Clanton went up against each other very well. It was a very fun matchup to watch tonight, guys.
But it looks as Malik Parker is going to win both the battle and the war, as it's an 8-point deficit for the Bulldogs, 22 seconds, and that's going to take, as Matt Angier would say, a miracle.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you right now, you guys were wondering if Malik scores like this all the time. I assume he actually does, because he's played a full game. And usually a player that plays a full game is going to be scoring the most amount of points.
But you also have to understand, this is a height disadvantaged RB Bulldog defense that he's going up against. One man who stands 6'4", and the rest, he was being covered by Zach Vaya, who stands not. Zach Vaya, it says 5'11", but Zach Vaya looks to be standing 5'9".
They should have put Clanton on him a little bit earlier in the game. I think McCluskey should have made that decision a lot quicker, as they're going to try to get it in here, and they get it off to Arias, who's going to drive to the right, and he gets fouled by.
And Anthony, as you said, missed free throw opportunities. They missed at least 4 free throws. If you add 4 to the score, it's just a 4-point deficit.
Yeah, but the entire game the Bulldogs are just missing them, which we're not really accustomed to seeing here at RB. But 71 and 73 from Jalen Brooks and Jalen Clanton. Those numbers got to get higher, especially for your guards. You got to start making those free throws, especially not even in crunch time. You got to make them all the time. As Arias will go 2 for 2 at the line.
Hey, Jalen Clanton, 10 points above his average. What a great night for Clanton. He might not be done yet. Driving to the net, looking for 30.
He ain't gonna get it, but you know what? That clock's gonna run down.
Oh my! They keep following Malik.
Malik has 32 points.
I think it's you know, 10-point deficit, I think it's just time to let it go.
Yeah, it's garbage.
It's done.
time.
You don't make the game longer than it needs to be.
I mean, now this guy, Malik Parker, is just getting another shot at getting more points in this game.
No, he's a good rebounder. That's surprising. He's not really the best free throw shooter.
Yeah, no. I mean, he is not as close to the rim. Stands 5. He says 6 foot. I don't know if Malik Parker is 6 foot. You know, sometimes you give an inch or two on the stat sheet. Clanton.
Oh, too deep of a shot, but that's going to be a great game just to wrap it up there.
Yep, 85-74. The Knights pull away with the victory. They are now 12-7. The Bulldogs fall to 8-9, and their season lies in the rest of the schedule. They need wins, and they need them against conference teams, ACC and ICCP. Player of the game, Malik Parker.
Definitely.
And you'll
33
see
points.
us 1 week from tonight here at Dudley Gymnasium. I'm Casey Valletta,
I'm Anthony Landau.
I am Matt Angio.
and it's been RB Basketball. Good night, and see you next week.